You know, with all the talk of planner peace in our community, I will say that there is one style of planning that I have basically stuck with for the majority of the time I've been like decorative planning. And no matter how I plan, no matter what I switch to, it always comes back to it. And it's how I set up my monthly calendar. So this is the Erin Condren Neutral Hourly. I just got this. I ordered it because I've been struggling with the colorful. It just wasn't working for me. And I went and I filled in my monthly spread. I'm gonna show you previous planners that I have since I've started down this decorative planning path and how my style has really not changed that much. So it's the one thing that hasn't evolved. You'll notice here, this base has the basics. It's all pretty much in black writing. I just scribble things in there. It's not my best handwriting. I use washi tape for various things. The skinny washi generally always represents my custody schedule. Fatter washies represent travel plans and my mother-in-law's in town when I'm gonna be out of town. If you look here in this month, you see custody schedule. If you look in October, it's the same thing, custody schedule. I'm out of town here. This washi shows early release because it's conferences week at my kids' school. And in this month, we have custody schedule when my daughter and son will be out of town for a retreat with our church and then their fall break. And then in December, again, same thing, custody schedule, and there's their winter break. Deeper into the calendar, we haven't worked on custody for the next year yet, so that's not in here, but I have like Palm Springs is marked in here. The next mugs is marked in here, the retreat. So I just toss sticky notes in there. As for the to-do list, generally speaking, I don't use it for much of anything. I just sort of scribble reminders as needed, kind of use it that. But this is about how I do it. The most decorative I get is picking the colors to kind of make it look pretty, but that's about it. And I'm actually not too fond. I love these washi tapes I used on this. I love all three of them. I'm just not sure how I like how they go together, but it's really no big deal because this is so functional. Every once in a while, I'll pop in some lettering like here, or when we're gonna go see Muse because Muse deserves fancy lettering. But generally it's just basic ass handwriting, whatever black pen happens to be handy, and washi tape, and that's about it. So let's look at the evolution of this. Like I said, this is the one area of my decorative planning that hasn't really changed, and that's probably gonna continue to stay the same for whoever knows how long. So this is my first Erin Condren planner. I got this back in 2014, question mark? Yeah, 2014. It's the first, I bought this right as I entered into the planner community, and we'll go to my first month in this planner. Like you can see how, this wasn't my first cover. I think I got a different Fleur, whatever cover, but look at how wrecked this is. So here is my first monthly planner, and you'll note that I still used washi tape to mark visits and such, but I also threw in stickers to make it fancy, and I like used whatever color I wanted. And there's some sticky notes working in here too. That's pretty cool, but same kind of deal. And then you'll see I was all about the Michael stickers, birthdays, things like that. In 2014, I was more decorative. I added a little bit more washi and shit to make it a little bit fancier. And I remember using these cupcake stickers from Michael's to mark birthdays. And I also remember using these owls to mark like no school days, which I quickly regretted because then it became really difficult to write anything else on those days. I remember thinking to myself, I need to stop doing that. You know, and you see here, I've just got like sticky notes everywhere. This was from like a singing thing. There's just a bunch of random shit that's in here. I was trying to mark subscriptions at the time, but you'll see I had gone out in advance and marked all of these things. And now I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? And then as you get past the first school year, I went and was doing a lot less of the stickering and shit. And then you'll notice that this is when I stopped using this planner because I switched over to the horizontal. When I moved it to the horizontal, which is this planner, I was a lot less all over the place. I tried to pick pens that matched the colors so that it would like have that matchy look, but I was using washi tape and stickers and to mark trips, but at the same time it was very simple. This is where it started to really come into my own with how I did this. It was just washi tape. Like I said, the only difference was I was using colored pens to try and make it match. And then this is last year's planner, and here is where you can see I basically am where I'm at today with just washi tape for custody and black pen. And I think moving to the neutral might have been one of the things that helped me kind of stick with just black pen. But I started this last year doing it this way, and it's continued in that vein ever since. Black pen and washi tape. So like I said, this is probably the one part of planning that is gonna stay the same for me. I really have no plans to do anything with this notes section here. except for scribbling reminders when I need to. I don't really have any plans to do much more fanciness with it. I really just, this monthly planning section is where I keep all of my appointments, all of my to do, like the time sensitive things. They stay in here so that way when I glance at it, I can see what I need to do. This is more important than anything else in any of my planners, is this monthly spread, because this is what makes sure that I am where I am supposed to be when I am supposed to be there. And same for my kids. The one thing I haven't done yet is add in the dates for my kids' school. We got their school paperwork in, and I need to add in all their, shit, except for the early release. I knew about that ahead of time, but I need to add in all the days they have off and things like that. And I have the school calendar, so I think this is as good a time as any. I'm gonna do this right now, and you can see how I just take a pen right now. I just grabbed this one because it happened to be nearby, and go and add a bunch of shit into my monthly calendar, and you're gonna see just how like bland and uninteresting this style of planning is, but it's also very, very functional for me. I found out when spring break is, but since I haven't gotten custody to put in here yet, I'm just going to use a sticky note so that I don't want to write it in. I don't have all the information on when, like 8th grade, because my daughter will be graduating 8th grade this year. I don't have all that information yet, and I don't have all the other information, but I have some of the days off, so they're all marked in here. So as you saw, that was pretty bland and uninteresting, but honestly, I think that's the thing that works the best for me with this calendar, is that it is bland and uninteresting. If I can ever figure out a way to put it in a bullet journal in this kind of format that isn't a pain in my ass, maybe I'll abandon this style of planning altogether and go straight to a bullet journal. I can't believe I just said that. For now, that's one of the best reasons for me to continue using a planner like this, and I am excited to try the neutral out because I have been so fucking irritated with the Dalmatian petals. Do you decorate your monthly? Like seriously, I've seen people do glorious spreads in their different styles of planner with their monthly calendar, making them look all like fantastic and sparkly and special. And I don't do that because it's not my style. But if you do that, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your Instagram is so I can go look at them, because I'm really curious. I admire the shit out of people's beautiful monthly spreads. It just doesn't work for me. So enable me to look at your shit. Let me know in the comments, and that would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.